6:45 and time for the Wink Wake Up, which is all you need to know before you go.
This morning, two teenagers who escaped the Fort Myers Youth Academy are back in custody after a 4-hour search. Wink News reporter Stephanie Susskind is live at the Juvenile Assessment Center with the Wink Wake Up details. Steph?
Good morning, Jen and Rob. Wink News has learned these two juveniles will face escape charges after Fort Myers police tell us they ran away from the Fort Myers Youth Academy on Ortez Avenue. Now, this sparked a massive search on State Road 82 overnight. We'll show you some video Wink News captured when we first arrived on scene just after 11 o'clock last night. That's when Fort Myers police officers, along with Lee County Sheriff's deputies, had a large portion of the road blocked off. The intersection at State Road 82 and Forum Boulevard was closed. They had a helicopter up in the air, canines searching for these two juveniles. They finally did catch up with them at State Road 82 and Buckingham Road and took them into custody. Now, we do know the Fort Myers Youth Academy is a low-risk and non-secure center. It's for boys ages 14 to 18, so that's all we know about these two juveniles at this time. We're still working to get more information. You can count on Wink News to bring it to you as soon as we get it. Reporting live in downtown Fort Myers, Stephanie Susskind, Wink News this morning.
The first day of school is being postponed in Ferguson, Missouri, just outside of St. Louis because of another night of violent protest. People in the streets again for the fourth day, all demonstrating after a white police officer shot and killed an unarmed black 18-year-old over the weekend. Now, overnight, the police used tear gas and smoke bombs to repel crowds who were throwing Molotov cocktails. A number of people are demanding to know who the officer involved is, but police are not releasing his name because of death threats.
Today, the U.S. military will bury a 2-star Army general killed in Afghanistan. Major General Harold Green is the highest-ranking military officer to be killed in the post-9/11 wars. The 55-year-old will be laid to rest at Arlington National Cemetery. General Green was killed during an insider attack at a military academy in Afghanistan. At least 4 kids are dead as clashes between Islamic militants and religious refugees in Iraq continue.
Coming a day after U.S. military officials said our country will not take part in any rescue missions, and the UN's issued its highest emergency level for the growing humanitarian crisis. The U.S., however, will continue to provide food and water for refugees. Overnight, in fact, the military completed its 7th drop. A 5-day extension of the Israeli-Hamas ceasefire is in effect today. We're into the longest ceasefire yet since the conflict in the Gaza Strip started last month. The fighting killed nearly 2,000 people. Meanwhile, the long-term peace talks, they continue in Egypt. Hamas wants to reopen blockades in Gaza, while Israel wants to disarm Hamas militants or at least prevent them from rearming. The extension is to last through midnight on Monday.
Continuing your Wink Wake Up, here's what's just coming in now off the Wink wires. Amid debates over an experimental treatment for Ebola, there's word that doctors treating a physician in Sierra Leone had considered giving him the drug. They did not administer the drug because they were afraid it would trigger a dangerous immune response. That doctor eventually died of Ebola.
Today, a former crime boss gets back into the news as his attorneys try to appeal his life in prison conviction.
84-year-old James Whitey Bulger was convicted last year in a racketeering case, including 11 killings in the 70s and 80s. His attorneys believe that he should have been allowed to argue a non-dead federal prosecutor gave him immunity. Whitey was a fugitive for 16 years until his 2011 arrest in California.
A school board out in California is going to send a sex education textbook back to its publisher.
The school board in Fremont, California voted to return Your Health Today to publisher McGraw-Hill. Parents complained it was too graphic for students. The book includes references to sex toys, bondage, and dating websites. For now, the district will use last year's sex ed book.
Now, for our children here, the school year less than a week away, and do your kids have their healthy habits already in place?
The CDC says elementary school kids get 8 to 12 colds or flu cases each year. Oh, goody.
Yeah.
To avoid getting the back-to-school plague, health officials say avoid the germiest area, which is actually the water fountain, not the bathroom. The solution, well, send your kids to school with their own water bottle. Experts say antibacterial hand sanitizer is good, but hand washing is the best way to avoid germs. They're like little germ petri dishes, aren't they?
They are. At the start of school year, every year, job security for pediatricians.
That's for sure. Our Wink Wake Up continues now. Some events to help you plan your day. Congressman Kurt Clausen will be in Cape Coral today. The representative will speak at an event hosted by the Hearts and Homes for Veterans. The organization is accepting a van from the Lee County Sheriff's Department. It'll be used to transport veterans in the area. The event starts at 10 this morning at Eco Park.
Also today, you can get an up-close look at Lee Flight's newest emergency helicopter. They're having an open house at Page Field, marking 1 year since Lee County started working with Air Methods, a private company that specializes in air medical transport. There's a ribbon cutting planned for 9 o'clock this morning to showcase the Eurocopter EC-135 that's at the Lee Flight hangar. Today
is the first day of early voting for those in Collier County. People there can cast their ballots for the upcoming primary election. Early voting runs through Saturday, August 23rd. Polls at 8 locations will be open from 10 a.m. until 6 p.m. And today is the first day of the second annual Grouper Grapple Offshore Fishing Tournament. This is at the Fishtail Marina on Fort Myers Beach, and it raises awareness for the Marine Corps Association Foundation, Wounded Marine Support Program, and Freedom Alliance. Teams of 5 to 8 anglers are all accepted. The boats can leave at 7:30, have to be back by 6.
Now, Wink weather on the one.
All right, time turning over to 6:51 now. Want to plan out your day for you. 8 o'clock this morning, we will see the possibility of a couple of showers along the coastline. Some downpours already earlier this morning. Mix of sun and clouds by lunchtime with isolated showers and storms possible both at the coast and inland areas. And then as we go through the afternoon, rain should head inland. So you folks that live east of I-75, that's where the best chance of rain will be later on today. Notice we start out in the upper 70s. We end up in the low 90s this afternoon. Do have one spot of rain out there this morning right along State Road 82 right there at Corkscrew Road, southeastern side of Lehigh Acres. A little shower left over from what used to be a thunderstorm. But for most of you, a beautiful start. You can see out on the water, things are pretty smooth. We'll develop a light chop inland. Gulf at a foot with a southwest wind today at 10 knots.
And heading out on that morning commute now just before 7 o'clock. As Joey mentioned, we do have wet roadways out here along Corkscrew Road, far east of I-75 here, and along State Road 82 in Lehigh Acres, that southeast stretch of Lehigh on 82. So be careful out that way. You will have some slick roadways. Roads across Bonita, North Naples drying out for that early morning drive right now. So that is some good news if you're heading out. And this crash we just told you about here at Golden Gate Boulevard and 8th Street Southeast, very minor, no roadblock, no injuries to worry about on that crash. So you can get through this area just fine. That's your Wink News traffic. Jenna Rob, back over to you.
Let's continue the Wink Wake Up now with what's trending on the web for you this morning. And for the first time, Wink News is hearing from Kevin Ward Sr. about the death of his son as he prepares to lay him to rest today.
Ward Sr. spoke with Syracuse.com this week and wonders how Tony Stewart could have been the only driver not to see his son on the track. He believes Ward Jr. got out of the car last weekend in retaliation for earlier contact between Stewart and wonders if Stewart will ever comment on the accident. Stewart possibly faces 10 years in prison.
Also trending this morning, the arrest of 2 journalists that were covering the riots in Ferguson, Missouri. Wesley Lowry from the Washington Post and Ryan Riley of the Huffington Post were sitting in a McDonald's a few blocks from the scene of Michael Brown's shooting when these armed officers came in telling them they had to leave last night. So the journalists began to record, and that's when the situation escalated. It's caught on camera until Lowry and Riley actually get handcuffed. The reason for their arrest, not leaving that restaurant fast enough. This morning, the journalists are both out of the jail. Michael Jackson's Twitter account has released the official video for the artist's posthumous single, A Place With No Home. It premiered on the social platform at 10 o'clock last night.
The video is also broadcast in the middle of New York City's Times Square. It is one of the first music videos to premiere on Twitter. So far, it's already been retweeted more than 15,000 times, but right now you can only watch it on Twitter.
Changing times.
Very different
so
times.
It happens, huh? It is summer, so what better way to beat the heat than get an ice cold treat? Today, you can cool off and help out a good cause.
You can treat your kids to a pre-back-to-school outing as the Children's Miracle Network Hospital celebrates one of their biggest fundraising days.
So where's Wink now? Wink News reporter John Treeweiler continues the Wink Wake Up with the answer. Hi, John.
Hey, good morning to you, Rob. I'm sorry there, guys. I switched out my microphone for the ice cream cone. We're all good now. I thought it was a better look anyways for you. Hey, we're out here celebrating Miracle Treat Day, guys, at the Dairy Queen in Cape Coral. Take a look. We've got all the Blizzard flavors here. Buy a Blizzard, make a miracle. That's what it's all about today. You come out to your participating Dairy Queen, buy a Blizzard, and for every Blizzard sold, $1 that goes to support Children's Miracle Network hospitals here in Southwest Florida. We are supporting All Children's Hospital up in St. Petersburg, Tampa area. Really cool stuff. Guys, we see you back out here in a little bit at the Dairy Queen in Cape Coral on WXCW. They're going to let me actually make a Blizzard, and this is not your average Oreo Blizzard, guys. We are making one of the toughest blizzards out there, the banana split blizzard. But if you don't mind for now, I'm going to go back to my new favorite microphone, the ice cream cup.
Ice cream for breakfast. Perfect. Breakfast of champions.
That one tastes better.
Yeah. Banana split blizzard.
I'll take dibs on that one.
All right.
All right.
Your Wink forecast is coming up next.
Ahead on CBS this morning, Seth Doane is in Seoul, Korea, where the Pope arrived today. Seth has a closer look at the Pope's plans and how he's already sent a message with his flight path to South Korea. The news is back in the morning. See you at 7.